Hey everybody, back again. Just wanted to do a really quick video this time and talk about something that I think we need to start focusing on right now. It's one of these things that a lot of times you don't focus on until an election is around, which the next election comes in 2018, the midterms. And it's something that people don't like to focus on until that time, but I think it's time to begin focusing on the midterms right now. And here's why. Donald Trump, of course, is correctly pointed out that we need to drain the swamp. Now, for Trump to drain the swamp, there's 4,000 to 5,000 people in the bureaucracy that have to be replaced, and that's going to take time. You have to get rid of the old people, bring in the new people, and that all takes time. Especially when you have the Democrats clogging up the works with him even being able to get his cabinet appointed. We still have thousands and thousands of people in the bureaucracies that need to be replaced. But Trump is, of course, going to have to drain the swamp. He's right about that. He's in the process of doing that, but it's going to take some time. But the other swamp that needs to be drained is the swamp in the Congress. And Donald Trump cannot drain that swamp. Only the voters across the country can drain that swamp. Now, here's the problem. So many people across the country, Republican or Democrat, know that we need to drain the swamp. But they always seem to go vote for their guy. They want everyone else to throw out their congressman, but they think that theirs is okay. Well, see, that's not correct. You know, and you've got to drain the swamp. The idea that, let's just say you do have a good congressman or a good senator. Fine, good. But keep in mind, they're not the only person that could be a good congressman or a good senator. In every election, you'll have people who will be running for a seat against an establishment candidate. They lose 99% of the time because people will go and vote for the establishment candidate. Because even though they may hate the Republicans and what they're doing, when they go to vote, such as you people in Arizona or I believe South Carolina, where you have Lindsey Graham and John McCain, for whatever reason, these people like to re-elect these guys. They don't want to drain them. They want everyone else to throw their congressmen and senators out, but they're thinking that their guy's okay. And that's where the problem is. At this point, we need to just drain the swamp. Get rid of the establishment. The fact of the matter is, there's plenty of good people who can do a good job. A new fresh face can come in who isn't part of the establishment. So what we need to start talking about and thinking about, and what you need to start telling your friends, is that in the next midterm election, do not vote for the establishment candidate. Or do not vote for, even if you think your guy's anti-establishment, don't vote for him. There's probably going to be 2 or 3 other people who are new to the process, who are not backed by any big money, who are not part of the establishment. A lot of times it'll be a small businessman, someone in your community who's running for a seat in Congress or what have you. These are the type of people we need to bring in. We need to drain the swamp in Congress because Donald Trump cannot do that. So the issue is drain the swamp in 2018. And it means that everyone is going to have to accept the fact that we may lose some pretty good guys, like a Rand Paul. I really like Rand Paul. He's not my senator. He's a senator in Kentucky, but I like him. But you know what? If we're going to entirely drain the swamp, drain Rand right along with him. Because there's probably another really good guy who would be running for that seat who would also do a good job. Rand Paul is not the only senator in Kentucky who could go and do a good job. There's someone else that could do that as well. Same with your members of Congress. Plenty of good people out there. So what we need to do in 2018 is drain the swamp in Congress. Only the voters can do that. Trump cannot do that. And people need to stop playing this game where they want everyone else to vote their guy out, but they don't want to vote their own guy out. No, we all have to vote out our guys, even if we like them. I like Justin Amash. But if you're going to get a campaign to drain the swamp, and I'm talking about Republicans, we can't vote for Democrats. We don't vote for Democrats when we go to vote. In my state, in Ohio, if you're a Republican, you vote for Republican. So every year or every 2 years when we go to vote for Congress, there's always 4 or 5 guys who are running. So all we need to do is do a little research. I've been doing it for 10, 15 years. Do a little bit of research before you go to vote and find one of those guys who are outside the establishment, someone who's never been in Washington, maybe someone who's never even been in politics. Maybe it's a local member of your community who's a small businessman or someone like that. Elect that guy. Vote for that guy. And drain the damn swamp. This is exactly what we need to do, and we need to start this campaign now, because it takes a while to build this momentum up. And so everyone seemed to like the idea of Donald Trump draining the swamp, but we'll see how much they like the idea when it comes to them of draining the swamp and getting their swamp monster out of the pit in D.C., the cesspool. So that's my message on that. Hopefully we can get this thing moving forward. Share this video with your friends on Facebook and start talking about draining the swamp, meaning you drain the swamp. Drain your swamp monster out of your section of the swamp. And that's what we need to do all across the country. Alrighty? Y'all take care. See ya. Bye.